What is going on, guys? This is Jxno. You guys can also call me Google. Today I'm going to be doing Vault on my Zerk, and I'll let you guys know. So we have 3 different monsters you guys can fight. You can fight the Dragon, the Cyclops, and I'm going to be fighting Render today. Vault is pretty easy. You can start doing it at level 65. Some of the items that it drops is the Renegade Belt, of course. And it drops Vault tickets and Alliance supplies, as well as it drops other types of belts. And there's a rare rumor going around that you can get a disco weapon or disco items, which I've done it several times and have not gotten one. But Vault is pretty easy, especially when it's Render, because Render has only a few animations that you got to watch out for. I pretty much just face tank him the whole time. Otherwise, I'm behind him, trying to back crit him. But when you first start attacking him, it's not easy. He's pretty beefy for the first bit. You aren't going to hit him as hard, but once you get him down to like his last 3 bars, you'll start hitting him for about 800k pretty consecutively as a Zerk. One thing I do want to mention is that if you should never be afraid to take damage. I mean, especially if you have gear, if you're geared. If you're not geared, then I would say, be cautious, because he will drop HP motes and MP motes for whenever you need him if you're a DPS or tank. So I'd say just go all out. I mean, it doesn't matter how much time you take, but if you are doing PvE and trying to do the crusade, then you probably should be just straight zerking him, I mean. I'd say one thing you do have to watch out for whenever you're fighting the Dragon or the Cyclops will do this I-beam, and then I-beam will stay there. So if he does the I-beam, if you're close enough to him, it won't hurt you. But I'd say you should probably go move around to him, because it takes a lot of damage. Even I was full Defiance, and I was taking about, say, an eighth of my health every time it hit me. So you want to make sure you watch out for that when you're fighting the Cyclops, and you want to iframe whenever he does his stomps, because those hurt pretty bad too. With the Dragon, the only thing you have to watch out for is really just when he does his Fire Breath, which has a huge area of effect. He like just sprays it across, but you could like literally be on his side and he'll still hit you. It's sometimes stupid. But also, whenever you fight the Dragon, you want to watch out for when he flies up and he shoots at the ground, because that does do a lot of damage also. But if you're a Zerk, or if you are also a Lancer, you can just block most of his attacks, most of the Vault boss's attacks anyway. So this is solo Vault. You can also do 5-man Vault, which 5-man Vault drops Deathwise Cascades and Signets, which are slightly better than the regular hoops and the regular rings. So I would say do that, but before you could do that, you need your Vault tickets, and you'd have to get 5 people. So solo Vault is usually, just whenever it pops, it's pretty easy to do. You can only do solo Vault once you're in a guild that has an alliance. And as you can see, I have that little green banner next to the guild I'm in. And once you have alliance, you can do Vault. You also need to be 65 that I mentioned earlier. If you're in full idle, the usual times that you probably take, I mean, it depends if you're trying to iframe whenever he attacks you or not. It should take you about 8 to 10 minutes, but if you're in full Defiance, or if you have even Disco on, it should probably take you about, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes. It took me a little bit longer at 6 minutes, but I was trying to be a little more cautious, because he did end up getting my health pretty low at one point. But as you can see here, I start to crit more as he gets down to his last couple bars. You saw that I TS'd him for 300k. Later on, you'll see I will hit him for about 600k. I'd say in Vault, you want to use your stuns and your KDs effectively when he's about to do one of those skills where you'll see him put his arms in the air and he'll start trembling the screen. That's probably the best time you want to stun, and if you don't get the stun off, you either need to iframe or you need to block. But right here, you saw I hit 620k and then 200k following up. Because the last 3 bars, it's just insane how much damage you can do to him. And this is with the Defiance weapon. If I had a Disco weapon, I'd probably be hitting a lot harder than this. Even in this occasion, Ambit is good, Contro is good. Whatever you have, as long as it's, not Emina. But this last little bit, you pretty much can ignore him attacking you, as I did a little bit there. If you're a Zerk, I'd say that if you don't have very good gear, I would say make sure you're always using Vampiric. That, and if you don't have the right glyphs, you need to make sure you have the right glyphs so you can use Tenacity and get your health back. But thanks for watching, guys. This is all I got for you. I appreciate you guys watching this. I'll be uploading more videos in the future.